Hello guys, welcome to this video. This is my 8th video. In this video we're going to create a database and some tables, and we're going to insert some data into those tables. Now the company Max Mobile company uses a computer software. That software uses a database, so we are going to design that database and tables. Okay, now we have 6 instructions in this question set. Now let's follow one by one. First, let's start with the first instruction. Create a database named mshop to save data in mobile phone shop. Okay, now let's create that. The name of the database is mshop, and click on apply, click on finish. Okay, now let's close this tab. You can see our database here. Expand that. Now let's follow the second instruction. Create a table as customer and product in the database. Follow the instructions below. Okay, now you can see here we have two tables that gives us information that we need to use when we create the tables. So let's create those tables. I'm gonna create a table. I choose customer table as first table. The first column is customer ID, and it must be a varchar type of column, so the length is 10. It must be a primary key. They have told that here we need to make it as primary key. So let's move to the second column. First name, last name, then you have gender. Okay, now we have created the database columns, and let's create the table. Click on apply, finish. Okay, now let's create the second column. Sorry, let's create the second table. Product, and let's add columns. Okay, now we have created those columns too in the product table, and let's click on apply, click on finish. Now let's move to the next instruction. Add data graphically to the tables you have created. Okay, now we have created two tables, customer and product table. Now we need to store these data in those tables. Now first I choose customer table. Expand the tables item under your database, then you need to hover on the customer table and need to click on the rightmost icon. Now I'm going to enter the data graphically, so we don't need to use the SQL queries, we need to enter the data graphically. So let's add them. Like this, add the other rows of the customer table and come back to the video when you're done. Okay guys, I have added those information into the customer table. Now let's click on apply, click on finish. Now we have to enter the data into the product table, and let's open that. Try to enter these all product data into the table, and when you're done, come back to the video. Okay guys, now I have added those information. Now we need to click on apply, click on apply, click on finish. Now we have added those information into those tables. So if we can see that we can click on this again, then we can see this customers info, and when we click on that in the product table, we get this information. Now we have added them all successfully. Now if we follow the next instruction tells us to find all customers. So this is where that we're gonna write queries. Now let's write the query to get all the customers. So we need to select, it's very simple, select everything from our customer table. That's all we have to do. At the end we need to put semicolon. So before we execute this one, we need to select our database. All you need to do is you need to double click on the database name. So I'm going to double click on mshop database, then you can see the letters become bold. Then let's execute this one by clicking on this icon. Then you can see we get all the customer data. Now in the fifth instruction, they tells us to find details of all products. It's very simple. All we have to do, we need to change this customer table name to product table. So select everything from product table. Now when we execute this one, we've done an error, I think. Okay, the thing I did to fix the error is I closed this tab and again open a new tab by clicking on this one, and then I brought the query. So this is the query that we need to use. Select everything from product table. Now when we execute that, we get all the product details. Then in the sixth instruction, they tells us to find the details of the customer whose cost underscore ID is, that means customer ID column must be equal to CUS003. Now let's select that one. You can get something to write queries by clicking on this file and new query tab. Now here I'm gonna write some query to do that. I'm gonna select everything from customer table. Now we need to provide a condition. So the condition is the thing that we use to filter data. So I'm gonna enter the condition now. The condition is customer ID column must be equal to CUS003. Then this gets the customer ID column and loops through each value within that column. If it finds this value CUS003, it returns that row. So if we run that, you see we get all the information of the customer whose customer ID is equals to CUS003. Okay, this is all for this video, guys. I hope you learned something from this video. So thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.